on 1019 The Fox. Come on!
Luke and Lewis on the Fox. Welcome to the show. We've got one that's chock-a-block full, don't we, Luke?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
It is chock-a-block.
Yep. And
How come you've chosen to say chock-a-block?
I don't know.
You've never said that before.
I just wanted to make a really strong impression right off the bat, and you know what? Didn't work.
No, that one didn't hit.
No.
But nonetheless, it will be a chock-a-block show. Up next, we've got some chock-a-block big ideas, Lewis.
Yes.
Because I've been getting around Elon Musk lately, who is known for his big ideas. And we wanted to ask you guys for your big ideas. So if you're sitting on a big idea right now, this is the platform to share it on, because we want to hear your big ideas up next.
So we want to hear your big ideas. Give us a call on 131060 if you have a massive idea. We've got the platform and we want to hear it.
Yes, if you're like sitting on something big that you think could blow up, it could be a money spinner, or it could just be like maybe a hypothetical idea. We want to hear it. Because on the way in to the radio show today, Lewis, I was listening to Joe Rogan's podcast with Elon Musk. Now, Joe Rogan is an American comedian. Elon Musk is, I would say, a very well-known
big idea
engineer
professional.
/ entrepreneur / crazy person.
He's just a professional big ideas guy.
He just
comes up
loves
with
the big
ideas and he makes other people do it. It's great.
Like on his LinkedIn, it'd just say big.ideas. And good on him, because and that's one of his ideas. Did he think of LinkedIn? I'm sure it was his idea.
Probably. I mean, he invented PayPal. He also.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did. That's where he got the money to fund the rest of his big ideas. So he had one really good idea and then he had a bunch of crazy stuff.
Right.
So
And then
got
he's
PayPal,
also done Tesla.
He wants to build an underground road underneath LA and go to Mars at the same time. He's like, I want to go in two completely different directions here at the same time.
I know, like literally pick a direction, like pick a lane and pick do you want to be in the space? But yeah, he was talking about all these big ideas on this podcast, and I just went, man, I'm sitting on a couple of big ideas. I think we all are. I don't talk about them a lot. But
everyone has a big idea. So if you're listening and you have one, give us a call on 131060.
I mean, it doesn't have to be as big as going to Mars, but it could be. My one's not as big as that, but it's still a big idea.
Hey, I don't want to, sound arrogant here, but I think whatever you've got, man, my idea's bigger. So you hit me, and I'll big up.
My one's for the youth.
Okay.
So perfect for this station. We're quite a hip station. Play all the pop tunes.
Yes.
So if all you youth tuning in,
fellow children.
Yeah.
Tuning in.
You'll love this one, kids. Instead of a Mexican wave at sporting events, this one's for the youth. I want to do a Mexican dab, where the whole crowd, that we decide a way in which we dab, and everyone dabs in one direction. Wouldn't that look great going around the stadium?
That actually would look great, but I feel like it would
Big idea.
That's a huge idea, but I feel like it would only ever work at like an esports convention.
Yeah,
wouldn't really work at the footy.
No, I don't think footy fans would be a big fan of the Mexican dab, but that's why it's a big idea. I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying it's big.
Now, Luke, I've got a big idea.
I doubt yours is bigger than that.
I didn't want this idea. I didn't want to bring it on the show. That's how big it is.
Okay.
Because I didn't want someone to steal my idea. My big idea is I want to start up a noodle business that delivers noodles to your house. All right, that's the small idea. Here's the big idea.
Because that already exists.
Yeah,
that's not your idea.
But here's the big idea. Okay. This delivery noodle place is going to be called Send Nudes.
Yeah.
Which is the biggest idea I've ever had. Send nudes. I mean, that's gonna be huge, man.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to say it on radio because I didn't want anyone to steal it. So what I've done is I've protected myself here. Before we came on air, I've just registered the business.
Oh, you've already done it.
I've trademarked it. So
you pay $84 just so you could say that on radio.
Hey, man, you got to protect your intellectual property. Send Nudes is mine. Do not steal. You will be sued. I've protected myself.
This is no joke. Lewis has just handed me a business registration form where literally at 5:09 p.m. today, he's registered the business Send Nudes. So if that was your big idea, don't call because it's been covered.
That's
so
it.
131060, do you have a big idea?
Yeah.
Good luck topping ours.
You better register it before you call as well, just to cover yourself.
But it can be anything.
Costs $84.
It can be an idea to save the environment. It can be an idea. It can be a food topping. If you think two foods that haven't been combined yet, it can be anything. If you have a big idea that you've been sitting on, we want to hear it. Give us a call on 131060.
So we're asking you guys on 131060, what are your big ideas? Because we just want to hear some big ideas.
And also Amy Shark said hi.
Yeah, which is a huge idea, really. Trying to tell everyone.
Just to grasp the concept of, telling everyone.
Huge.
But I think she's almost done it in Australia. She's heading overseas now.
Yeah, for
Well
sure.
done, Amy. Not as much of a big idea as Elon Musk stuff though, which is why we've been talking about this. I was listening to a podcast, a popular American podcast called the Joe Rogan podcast with Elon Musk, and he threw out some very big ideas.
Yes.
Going to space, digging tunnels under LA to solve traffic problems.
Yep.
Lots of big ideas. Then we thought, hey, everyone's sitting on a big idea.
Yeah.
I was sitting on one. Instead of a Mexican wave at the footy and cricket, the youth might want to start a Mexican dab.
Fellow children, if you're listening.
Yeah, so get it
Relatable
going.
content for ya.
Local sporting events, basketball games. If we could all start Mexican dabbing, that'd be great.
that'd
I'm
be
just
great.
using this platform now to push my agenda of
I'm using this platform to announce my official business, which will be created soon, which is a delivery noodle place called Send Nudes.
Yep.
And I've registered the business name so no one can steal it.
Yeah, great.
That's how seriously I'm taking this, because
You
I can't
did.
afford to start a noodle business, but I can afford to register the business name.
And Carly, you've got a big business idea, or a big idea. It doesn't have to be a business idea.
It's not a business idea, but it's a really good one, I
Okay,
reckon.
even better. What's your big idea?
So when I have hot chips, I love having mayonnaise and tomato sauce. So I think they should combine them into one product. So you only have to pour out one when you're having it.
That's huge.
As
That's a massive
So
idea.
you want to
I've
do
even
tomato
got a name.
mayonnaise?
Yeah, and you call it Tomayo.
That's amazing.
I
Wow.
reckon I should register that one.
You've absolutely shocked everyone who's here at the radio station here. The branding on that, so I can already see it up on a billboard. Tomayo.
What
And
about
So
mayonnaise?
simple. Yeah. Or
That's pretty big.
maybe.
What-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mayonnaise.
I'll
Are we
steal
going
that one.
with tomato or mayonnaise?
I don't know.
Mayonnaise.
Mate, doesn't matter what it is, that's going to
Mayonnaise.
sell. Claire, you have some words of wisdom for me?
I sure do. My concern is not just about registering a business name. I
Mhm.
hope you've Googled it first to see what comes up.
Yes, I
those
have
that
Googled it.
check
No one
it.
else
Oh,
has
good.
registered Send Nudes, so I'm
And
good here.
There's
And why would
nothing
you?
untowards in those search engines out there. And the other thing is, you
good
need
point.
to also, you need
It's
to
it's
also...
Nudes, Noodz. That's how I registered it, so there'll be no confusion.
Okay. Yep, that's good. Now, you
It's obviously
also
spelled
need to
noodles with a
protect
Z.
your URL,
Mm-hmm.
your
Okay.
URL,
I have to
and
register the website.
and email address.
Right, geez, you're going to send me broke, Claire. I don't know if I
And,
can afford all this.
Well, your URL won't cost too much. Email addresses are pretty cheap, or free mostly if you go to Gmail and all of that.
Mm.
But protect your names there, and also all your
Sendnudes.com.
Insta and Facebook
I think
and
that
all
already
of that.
exists.
Hey, Claire, do you want to
Yeah.
be a business partner in this Send Nudes venture? You seem like you've got a business head on you. Let's start
I,
this thing.
I do have a business head. I've
All
had
right.
businesses
You can
before,
fund it,
and I've
and I'll
I've
just
got
run
three
it.
I've got three in concept at the moment. So,
So you've got 3 big ideas. What are they?
I can't share them because I'm a savvy
Gee,
businesswoman.
That's big. Those are so big you can't even share them. I love
Wow.
it.
You've
That's
caught up with
it.
3 big ideas that are too big for this platform. That's unbelievable.
Well, hey, if Joe Rogan reaches out to us, we'll pass him on to you, Claire. Thanks for calling. It's Luke Lewis on the Fox.
Lewis, my brother went to the AFL last Thursday night to watch Hawthorn play Richmond at the MCG.
Mhm.
And it was a big crowd, 90,000 plus people were there.
Yep.
And I heard this from a few reports as well.
Yep.
The Prime Minister, the new Prime Minister of Australia, was
Who's he?
attended
Which
the game.
one?
ScoMo,
Oh,
Scott
right,
Morrison.
Scott Morrison.
Yes.
The
And
nickname that no one gave him, but we all have to call him.
I don't know, why are people calling him
The
ScoMo?
news gave him that. I think it's hilarious that he was Scott Morrison for like 20 years, and then the minute he hit Prime Minister, the news was like, "Oh yeah, bloody ScoMo!
Yeah.
ScoMo's the Prime Minister."
Classic ScoMo. ScoMo went to the footy.
Yeah.
He wasn't the only bloke there with a nickname. I'm sure there was multiple others. But he got put on the big screen throughout the night.
ScoMo, Damo, Davo,
Yeah.
they were all there.
And he got put on the big screen.
Yeah.
He was having a quiet beer at the footy.
Mhm.
And he was up on the big screen at the MCG for about 3 seconds
Yeah.
and got booed. by 90,000 people.
That's great.
3 seconds of screen time.
I
That's
love
all
it.
it takes.
Whole bunch of footy boys booing the new kid.
Yeah.
It's so good.
You're right. He's like the new kid at school. He's sitting
Yeah.
there nervous with his prima. All right. Everyone's calling him ScoMo. He's like, I didn't want to be here. My dad had to move for
ScoMo
work.
is? I think ScoMo's one of those nicknames that the guy doesn't like and everyone's calling him sarcastically.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
bloody ScoMo.
Yeah.
But he hates it. He's like, guys, it's Scott Morrison, all right? Stop.
My name's ScoMo, so leave me alone.
But this isn't like the first Prime Minister who's been booed at the footy. Tony Abbott also got booed at an NRL game really badly, but he
Yeah.
was in the middle of the ground giving a speech and he got booed the whole
See,
way through.
And that's, you put yourself out there. Like, he put himself out in the middle of the ground to be judged by, I guess, it's not really, but yeah, he did put himself out there.
Yeah.
I mean, he just went to watch the footy and, like, didn't choose to be up on the screen.
Yeah.
Some Channel 7 camera guys gone, this will be a good laugh. And filmed him for 3 seconds
Yeah,
and
that's
gone.
a stitch up for
And
sure.
I reckon it's such a good way. I reckon it shows a unanimous what really the people are thinking. I mean, I would say
Yeah.
that football is quite a working class crowd, wide demographic of
Well,
Australians.
they're just normal
you got
people.
Damo, you got ScoMo.
Yeah. Exactly. But I think what's funny is also Bob Hawke, whenever he's on TV at the footy, he
Oh,
gets
yeah.
cheered because he
Him gets
sculls
a
beers.
standing ovation.
Yeah, I feel like if you really want to be a good Prime Minister, in the next election, Bill Shorten, you got to go to the footy and do a shoey.
Yeah.
And then you'll win for sure.
It's the only way. I think that's a true democracy. We
Yeah.
just see what we think of Australian leadership.
Exactly.
Judging by them up on the big screen at the footy at halftime, instead of watching the Oz Kickers, you just boo a Prime Minister.
And then instead of being called Bill Shorten, for the rest of the campaign, he'd been called Bill Chewy.
Yeah.
Luke, your hair's looking a bit shabby.
It is. It's looking long. It's looking greasy. That's not your fault. But it's
'Cause you
looking.
haven't washed it?
Yeah, it's looking just long and all over the shop because a few weeks on the show, you promised me an Osher Gunsberg cut.
Yes,
I
I
wanted
did.
an Osh cut.
Yes.
You know, he's my favourite TV personality. He's the beloved host of The Bachelor, of course, Osher Gunsberg, well known and well respected for his hair.
Yes, and because you tried to get him on your podcast, he said he would
Yes.
come on, but you couldn't get him on. So to make you feel better, I thought, hey, I'll give you a magazine with him on the cover.
Yes,
and a
that
good
was great.
haircut.
I've been reading about his men's health tips.
Yeah.
It's making me. Do I look more in shape?
Yeah, you do.
It's
I mean,
because of
nothing
Osh.
like him, but pretty
No,
good.
But you can't expect. Yeah,
Exactly.
You can't.
Yeah.
You know, can't try and touch the sun or the Osh, as it's called.
Yes. Now, I offered you this haircut because my mum's actually a hairdresser, so I thought mum could just come into the studio and give you a haircut and make you look
Yep.
like Osher.
Great.
Luke, I called mum today before the show and I asked her, and she said that she doesn't feel confident that she could do a haircut that good.
I don't blame
And
her.
Let me
because-
tell you, my mum's a great hairdresser.
Oh yeah, she's a professional.
But
qualified.
is she that good?
I mean, whoever does Osh's hair, firstly, my congratulations. You're doing great work. And but you're right. I think he has
A team.
probably, maybe. Do you reckon a team?
I reckon a team.
I was going
and
to say a
it's main-
personal barber.
Yeah, personal barber, and then a hairspray
A personal
girl.
barber with 4 employees.
Yep, and it's
one
every
just,
2 weeks.
I reckon one person's job in the world is just to wrap the little smock that goes around him just for his haircut.
Well, you wouldn't want to mess it up. Then
No.
the other person has to build scaffolding around it so you don't
Yes.
actually invade his personal space so
exactly.
he can do other
Because
things.
we all know Osh likes a bit of.
Scaffolding.
Yep.
Yeah. Was that where you're going with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we
so-
got there.
Well, have we got a solution then? Because
Well-
I'm walking around with a shabby haircut. I've been actually getting comments on my Instagram this week. Someone commented, Jesus, Luke, like, what's up with your hair? It's looking a bit shabby. And I just tagged you and went, please forward all complaints to Lewis Spears.
Well,
because
mate, I've been trying. I've been chasing up leads. I hit up my own personal barber.
Mate, there's a
who's
hairdresser
professional.
downstairs in the shopping complex. How many leads have you been chasing
I've been
up?
chasing up everyone. No one has the confidence to give an
pull off an
Osher
Osh
haircut
cut.
a go. This is the problem. So, you know what? 131060. Give us a call. If you reckon you could cut Luke's hair to look like Osher Gunsberg, give us a call. I mean, you don't even have to be a professional barber at this point. You just need the confidence.
131060, do you have the confidence to pull off an Osh cut? I don't think we'll get many calls. This is bold radio. This is what this is.
This
Not
is.
many radio shows would throw out such a bold.
I don't know if our
call it
listeners
to-
are this bold.
I mean, well, I guess we'll see. And okay, so what is this your only plan? What's your backup?
My backup is I'll do it.
Oh, no, well, please call. All right. I desperately want an Osh cut.
Yeah.
He's my favourite television host. He hosts The Bachelor,
Yeah.
formerly Andrew G of Australian Idol. I like his work on screen, but also like his work off screen, which is his haircut.
I like his work on head.
Yeah, he's got a great head.
It's
and
the best haircut around. And,
it is, and it's undeniably. I think everyone listening right now will be like, "Yeah, I rate his cut."
Yeah, and the problem here is my mum's a hairdresser. I asked her to do it. She said, "I don't think I could do that. It's too good." And I hit up my own personal barber. He didn't hit me back. He didn't even respond. He was like, "Nah, not touching that. Too hard."
Yeah.
So we just threw it to the listeners. If anyone has,
So he
the
asked,
confidence.
"Do you have the confidence?" And look, I'm surprised how many calls we've got now. I doubt whether these people are professional hairdressers.
Well, the problem is I've already hit up 2 professional hairdressers. Maybe we need to think outside the box here. Maybe we just need to throw it.
Maybe
to
we need
people
like
with
a
confidence.
hedge trimmer.
Yeah,
like
people are just doing it by feel.
Yeah.
So Justin, welcome to the show.
Hey, boys.
Do you have the confidence to give Luke an Osher cut?
Yeah, 100%, mate.
How come you're
100%.
confident?
It's just the finesse, mate. My work, I tell you, I've got my own business. The time and effort I put into it.
What do you actually do?
I'm a landscape fencer, mate.
Right. Have
But
you ever
there's like-
landscaped a head?
Mate, I tell you, it'll be beautiful so long as I can use the tools of my trade.
Well,
And what?
hang
what
on.
are your tools?
Can you send me? I would like to see a picture of like a backyard that you've landscaped first, just so I know that you care about your craft.
100%, mate. You can chat to my clients. They will back me up right now.
Great. And what are the tools of your trade, Justin?
I'd probably get out some shears, maybe a hedge trimmer as well, just to get the nice number 1 into a number 2 on the back there.
Hey,
Yep.
Justin, I don't think you've seen Osher Gunsberg's head. I don't think he used hedge trimmers. It's a very fine trim. Or perhaps he
Hey,
did.
I don't think
Maybe that's the secret.
Right. I reckon the hedge trimmer's right on the back, and we'll get the shears on the front to get the nice
Hey
fluffy
man,
bit
I
out on the
love
front.
Justin's confidence. I think this is the guy.
I do like his confidence. I just worry about the OH&S of him
Hey,
coming
Justin,
to the studio with hedge
Stay on the
trimmers.
line. We'll get your details, and we won't be able to get
Hey,
you
maybe not, man.
in. We got another caller, Will, who is 11 years old. Welcome to the show. Do you reckon you could give?
Hey, Will, are you a hairdresser?
No, but
I could
I know how to
tell.
use scissors. I know how to use scissors.
I mean, you use them at school. Do you have your scissor license yet?
Oh, yeah.
How
Hey,
good are you at
flawless.
cut and paste?
I got them.
Hey, Will, I've looked it up. Osher Gunsberg first hit the scene in 2003, which is about 5 years before you were born. But you
3 years.
reckon you're confident that you could give Luke a haircut like him?
Oh, yeah, it's a haircut. How hard can it be?
I like the confidence.
mate,
This
you're
is what we're
confident.
after. But do you reckon you could do a better job than a landscaper? That's the real question.
Well, he landscapes grass.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Hey, Will,
I do
what's
ask.
your haircut like?
My haircut, it's like pretty close to Osh's.
Wow. So he knows what he wants.
That's great.
And have you requested that? Surely you didn't do it yourself.
Oh, no, my mum did it.
Great.
Oh, great. So just
Well, maybe we could get Will's
improvising
mum.
Improvising haircuts runs in the family then.
Okay.
Well, thanks. Stay on
I
the line,
do trust
Will.
Will a lot more than Justin.
Chris, welcome to the show. Do you think you could give Luke an Osher haircut?
How you doing? Yeah, definitely. Easy as. I've got a similar haircut as well, and yeah, I could pull it off.
Lots of
Right.
people. It's quite a fashionable cut. Our producer James actually has a bit of an Osh cut at the moment.
If
Yeah,
it
I
was a
can do
budget
everyone the
version
same
sold at Kmart.
Yeah.
That's it. I can get everyone the same haircut. It's
Oh, are
alright.
you a barber, Chris?
I am a barber, and
Oh.
I reckon I can pull it off. I was at the Brownlow 2 years ago. I did Phil Davis' hair.
Who's
Right.
Phil Davis?
Phil Davis, GWS. Yeah.
Oh, as a footy player.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
not known for his hair.
Well, Chris,
Not
we're
every
not
time
really
I-
interested in your
Alright.
skills or your background as a barber.
No,
we
I
really
am.
want to know you're confident. Do you feel confident?
100%. I can do a haircut in my sleep.
Whoa, now that's a challenge.
But could you do a better haircut than an 11-year-old and a landscaper? Because that's tough competition.
You know what? I can bring them along, and they could be my apprentices.
Wow.
All right.
You know what? And you know what? Osh needs a team. Maybe so do I.
All right. Well, hey, Luke, we're going to assemble the team. We'll get the landscaper to do half the job, and then Chris, you can try and fix up the mess. How's that sound?
Yeah, great. I can't wait.
Brilliant. Well, stay on the line, guys. We'll organise the A-team. It's Luke and Lewis on the Fox. Luke, mate, I've got some exciting news, and you're not going to believe it, but...
No, I bet you I'll be able to fathom it, though.
Okay, well, this may shock you, but I have finally discovered a sport that not only do I care about, but also I want to win at.
I don't believe you.
See?
And I cannot fathom that.
Because my problem with sport is I've never cared about winning in my life. Every time I get to play tennis, I'll be like, it's kind of funny to lose badly, so I would just do that.
Yeah, you were like the kid in PE who thought it was funny. Instead of throwing a ball in the hoop, you're just throwing it against the backboard and seeing how far you can bounce it off or something like that. Or throwing a ball at someone else.
No. If you chucked it hard enough at the roof, it would go inside the tiles and get stuck forever.
Yeah, that's funny.
Funny as.
That is funny.
That's my legacy at McKinnon in high school. A bunch of balls in the roof.
Yeah, great.
They're never coming down. No, I've discovered a sport, and that sport is bowling.
Not a sport.
Excuse me. I went bowling the other week with the people that I'm taking on tour as a bit of a team bonding exercise.
Yep.
But I got so...
It's a leisure activity.
I got so
recreational hobby.
I don't know. There's points and a winning system, and a scoring system, and rules.
Yeah,
and it gets the heart rate pumping.
It's not in the Olympics, but it is on Wii Sports. So
yes,
maybe you have a point.
It is a sport. And hey, man, in the Olympics, there's lawn bowls, which I would argue is less sporty than bowling.
Than 10-pin. Are you referring to 10-pin bowls?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, great. I've played you in 10-pin bowling before, and I've observed this. I've never seen you get competitive about anything, and then as soon as he chucks those shoes on, it must be the
Game
shoes.
over. And maybe it is the shoes. Maybe I should wear shoes while I do everything.
It's like that movie Like Mike, where he puts on the shoes and he's like, make me like bike, and Lewis is like, make me care about bowling.
Geez, it'd be weird if, I just put on the shoes and stepped on the 100-meter sprint. Everyone would be looking at me like, why is this guy wearing bowling shoes? He's going to slip.
Yeah, you definitely slip.
I took my...
did you win?
Oh, yeah. The problem...
Oh, right, so you're good at it, too.
It's a problem,
That's
man.
another thing that I can't fathom, you being good at a sport.
I know. Well, this is a problem because everyone else treats bowling like a leisure activity, which it's not. It's actually a sport.
No, it's a game you play. It's a kids' parties. That's like saying a Macca's playground is a sport.
Oh, I'm sorry. So there's no such thing as the AFL kids coming out halftime?
Huh?
Don't the kids come out and play footy halftime in AFL
I'm not talking
games?
about footy. I'm just saying that's...
You have football birthday parties, don't you?
No?
No?
What are you talking
maybe
about?
you should have them. Hey, man, I'm just saying. I
This
can't
is what I
care
mean.
about
You don't
sport.
even know what sports are. You can't even name sports that are sports.
But it's becoming a problem in my life because everyone else views it as a leisure activity
It's not a
incorrectly.
sport.
I'm trying to change perspectives.
Hang on, I'm going to Google it. Is bowling a sport?
It is. I brought my the team that I'm taking on tour with me because as a bonding exercise, I thought, we'll take everyone bowling so we can get to know each other. And then I just took it way too seriously and demolished everyone. I think they had an awful time. But man, I loved it. It was great.
Well done. 10-pin bowling inaccurately categorized as a sport on Google.
It's a sport, man. I'm telling you. I'm going to join a league. You know what? I'm going to throw it out there. No one could ever beat me at bowling.
Actually, Wikipedia doesn't count. Great. I'm going to edit that during the song.
I wrote the article. Look at Lewis on the Fox.
Hang on. Does that song say I want to kick Jackie Chan or kick it with Jackie Chan?
Kick it like Jackie Chan.
Oh, like.
Open up
I
your
want to
ears.
kick it with Jackie Chan.
Man, I would rather kick like him.
Kick it like him.
Mm.
I'd rather kick him, so then I'm the alpha in the situation.
Guys, normally we do some top-tier class planned radio here on the Luke and Lewis show, but occasionally Luke brings ideas to the show.
That's cold.
Well, what are we going to be doing next, man?
Well,
can you dispute it, or am I correct?
No, he's correct. After the break, we're going to be doing a segment called Personal Errands, where essentially I waste valuable company time on the radio.
I do
I do
all the
personal
time.
errands on the radio because, hey, I'm a busy guy. So if I can get two birds with one stone on air,
Also
great.
a segment that, can I just say, I have never participated in. I've never run one of my own. We've done it heaps, and it's all Luke's.
Well, it's up next.
It's Luke and Lewis on the Fox, ending your night right.
Yes. Lewis, it's time for our personal errands, which is a segment we regularly do. James, do we have the opener ready?
Yes.
Great. I just didn't ask you if we were in air. Again, and I'm not going to promise that this segment's going to get any more professional than that because that's the whole point.
Hey, guys, we might end your night right, but that doesn't mean our button pusher will do his job right.
This is the opener. Personal errands on the show, solving all my problems on the radio.
Great work, guys.
Great. So this is a segment where I guess people around the office often argue that, hey, Luke, you could probably do these off air. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a busy guy.
Do we ever say probably? I think we always say you definitely could.
Yeah, probably. But anyway, this is a segment where, I run some errands on the show. So what? And often I use the platform of radio to get help with various things that are troubling me in my life. Again, people argue that perhaps I could just Google it. No, I say.
Are you doing this again?
Yes.
Something that you could Google?
I haven't Googled it yet, so I don't know.
Right.
Lewis, I've got a dilemma. I'm in a
Yep.
pickle.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
I went to the footy on Friday. You know, I'm a big Melbourne fan.
Yep.
And it's a huge year for the D's. We haven't been in a final since 2006. So we haven't made the final. So I was pretty pumped about it. We ended up winning on the weekend, which means next week we play Hawthorn on Friday night.
I'm so stoked for it.
Here's where the pickle begins. I go to Thailand on Thursday, and I'm interested to watch the game overseas, but I'm not sure how to tune in to the football if you're in Thailand. So if people have been to Thailand...
Let me just Google that for you right now.
Hang on, don't worry about it. Hey, mate, we've got the platform of radio.
How
131060. Do you know how... Shh, I'm just
internationally.
trying to get my personal errand done. You're interrupting. 131060.
AFLglobal.com.au. Problem solved. Don't call, guys. Don't worry about it.
131060. Do you know how to watch the footy, the AFL football in Thailand?
Guys, if you do call and you say
I'm
anything
staying-
other than AFLglobal.com.au,
Oh, we're getting calls. Great.
you're incorrect.
Helpful medium.
You guys are wasting
I'm
your
staying
time.
near Phuket, if that helps. We're getting lots of calls. Do know how to watch the AFL.
AFLglobal.com.au.
Hey, mate. 131060. Great, we got enough calls. Speak to you next.
I can't believe how many people are
We're
calling.
running some errands
Ridiculous.
right
Luke and Lewis on the Fox. Set the house on Luke and Lewis on the Fox.
now. Ooh, that
That's
sounds
what's happening.
dangerous.
Mm.
Anyway, we're doing this. Personal errands on the show. Solving all my problems on the radio. Oh, no.
This segment is the worst.
Hey,
it's so
that's
bad.
not me. It's been not me twice in a row. Yes, it's my segment, but
Yeah.
I don't push the buttons. all right?
Okay.
And we actually had a discussion, James, before we went to the song there, and I'm like, you ready with the opener? Let's not have another mishap. And what happens? You play it twice.
I'm blaming the computer.
Of course you are. All right.
You would.
Let's.
Do you want to do your segment, mate?
Well, maybe this is a more of a pressing issue.
Well, you're-
is the personal errand, do we need a new button pusher?
Hey, 131060. If you would like to be our new button pusher.
No, my personal errand this week, Lewis, was I'm a big Melbourne fan of the Demons, and we are playing in the finals next weekend. I went to the finals this week. We won. It was great, which means next Friday we're playing Hawthorn on Friday night, and I'm in Thailand, and I want to watch it on TV. I'm not sure. I don't really go overseas that much, so I'm not sure how I can tune in. Do I have to go to like an Australian pub? We've got people to call up. Nikki, how can I watch the footy
Just
in
before we
Thailand?
go to Nikki, I would like everyone to know that I have Googled it before we did the callers, and it's watchafl.com.au. But Nikki, welcome to the show. how can Luke watch the AFL from Thailand?
Okay, he can watch it at one of the best bars called Aussie Bar.
Right, so there is an Australian bar I could watch it at, and they will
bar.
definitely be playing the footy?
Yeah, I assume they have a subscription to watchafl.com.au.
Ah, great. That means I don't have to pay.
I was about to say, or you could do that if you've got
hey,
Telstra app.
sounds
Wi-Fi.
pricey.
Yeah.
Nah, well,
Hey, thanks, Nikki.
no,
I
the thing
appreciate
is,
that.
I'm not bringing my laptop with me, so I'm only going to bring my phone. I don't want to watch it on my phone.
That's
That is
right, they've got
actually
an
the
app.
reason.
Okay.
That's what I mean. I don't want to watch it on my phone. It's
All
too
right.
small. I want to watch it on a big screen.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, Lewis, less about AFL.com, more from Matt. Matt, hey, Matt, how can I watch the footy in Thailand?
Hey, mate, my idea is out the window because you don't want to watch it on your phone.
All right. Was
yeah.
that your idea?
The app, as I
so-
suggested and Googled
Yeah, so-
before.
That's too
Yeah,
small.
but
I
what-
want to be like, I want to feel a part of the action, you know. I'm watching, I'm already going to feel a bit homesick watching it, so I really want to get the best experience possible.
Hey, Matt,
That's
do you know
it.
what else Luke could have done on a phone?
What's that?
He could have Googled it.
Yeah, you could have Googled it. That's right.
Don't know if I'm going to get, anyway, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I got nothing. Hey, Sarah, how did you
Hi.
watch the footy in Thailand?
Oh, I was there a month ago,
Yep.
and unfortunately, I'm actually a Geelong supporter.
Yep.
But go to Lily's Aussie Bar in Patong.
So
Ooh,
just
Aussie bar.
Australian bars. Okay.
There's a lot of Aussie bars, but go to Lily's.
Okay, Lily's is the best. It sounds like you're trying to plug them. I don't know why. I'm not sure. I don't think they're advertising in Australia too hard.
Hey, they've got to pay for that Watch AFL subscription somehow.
Yeah. How come you like Lily's?
They're just amazing. The staff there are all awesome, and
Yeah, this is a
nice.
plug.
I think we're talking to Lily.
Yeah. Hey, John, have you got any more advice for me before we wrap this up?
Yes, I have.
Yep.
Listen, anywhere along Bangalore Road, okay,
Yep.
they televise a lot of Aussie rules and that live, but if you go up towards the top end of Bangalore Road,
Yep.
on your left there's actual a sportsman's bar. and they actually show you live rugby and Aussie rules.
Ooh, not
that's
interested
good.
in rugby, so I'd have to deviate my eyes.
Now,
Yeah,
Luke,
that's
I
cool.
actually have been to Thailand. I've been down Bangla Road, and John is correct, but you really got to watch out for the ping pong shows.
Yeah.
Just turn them down, go to the AFL instead.
Great.
You'll be right. You want the correct kind of wall there.
I knew you were going to go there, and I'm disappointed. It's my segment, and you're bringing heinous jokes into it.
Luke, you almost got the cleaner fired because you keep touching the windows and leaving handprints on it.
Well, the song "You Don't Own Me" came on, and we thought it would be funny if you said, "Hey, Luke, don't touch the windows," and then I did because it wasn't that funny, to be honest. And then we did it for our Instagram story, which you can follow, Luke and Lewis, anyway. And then
if you'd like to see something that wasn't that funny,
Yeah.
and almost got the cleaner fired.
Yeah, if you want to see a lot of unfunny content, head there. But and then there's now handprints all over the windows in the studio. The cleaner came up as I was doing it and said, "Hang on, I thought the windows got cleaned before." And I went, yes, they did. But
Right, didn't do a good job, did they?
No.
Better get rid of that guy.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was the story. Don't play it again. Hey, Lewis, don't touch the window.
All right.
Oh, he's doing it. Let's not do. We're doing live memes currently, so.
Look at Lewis on the Fox.
Weren't we supposed to plug something?
Look at Lewis on the Fox. Might have heard
Sorry,
me doing a
we
bit of
always
singing
do
there.
this, and the thing is, James never realizes because his headphones are soundproof. So, James, do you know that when you put on the mics, you do it a bit earlier than we're used to? And
Always
every
singing.
break, every talk break today, we've talked over the song, and you haven't realized once.
No, I call out very clearly, Mike's live or
I know.
3, 2, 1.
Oh,
I'm
no,
just
you're
saying,
giving us
no,
enough warning.
You're
We're
doing
just-
great. We just don't listen. I'm just saying, then over the song, people may have heard Lewis singing a parody of "Bang My Head Against the Wall," but he said "Bang my hands against the glass."
which is an unfunny reference to something we did earlier in the show. But hey, I'm still going to blame
What are we
James.
talking about?
We're talking about The Bachelor,
The Bachelor,
mate.
of
You're in
course.
charge of this segment.
Of course. No. So The Bachelor, right?
Bang my head.
Been a big week on The Bachelor, and I've uncovered yet another reference to a particular Bicky that we despise on this show.
Yes.
People who are familiar with the show would know that we are Savoy boys and not Jats rats. We've divided a country on this show with the two premium Arnott savoury Bickies.
Arnott's make Jats and they make Savoys. They're very similar, except for one big difference. Jats suck, Savoys don't.
Exactly. And The Bachelor, this is what happened last week. The Jats got mentioned on The Bachelor.
It's gone off the grass, right in the Jats cracker, folded me over. So it wasn't a good start for me.
So that was last week when Nick, the honey badger, likened Jats cracker to a testicle, which is quite a
His
negative
left nut,
connotation.
I believe, was the exact wording.
And this week, Lewis, guess what? It's happened again.
We got hit in the left nut again.
No. There's been more frequent use of the term Jats cracker, but in a different way.
Brittany was just a little bit all over the shop. She was kind of like,
she seemed a bit Jats crackers.
I thought she was going to say right nut. But it's another reference to Jats. Unacceptable. Just call it bloody Jatsilla.
To be honest, I'm sick of the misrepresentation of Savoys on The Bachelor. There is 2 states out there, Tasmania and Victoria, which only sell Savoys. And many people who might be listening now who may not even know what a Jats cracker is because we don't really have them here. They're only in 7-Elevens and some independent supermarkets. So
As they should be.
Yeah, exactly.
And many bins across the nation.
Yes. If you see one in a 7-Eleven, purchase it and then straight in the bin. Don't waste food. Put it in a charity bin, but only dirty ones. That's where they belong.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sick of the misrepresentation on the show. I mean, yes, there are a few other diversity issues with The Bachelor and, that it also promotes bullying at times. But I would say my main beef with the show would definitely be lack of Savoy references.
I would agree.
I'm starting to think Nick Cummins is a Jats rat. And
Well,
that's something that I won't support.
I don't know if there is. I think that someone on the editing team of The Bachelor is a Jats rat, and every time Nick Cummins mentions Savoys, they just cut it out.
You're right, because it is a highly edited show. And you're right. Yeah, okay. We'll come clean. We have actually uncovered some unedited audio off the show that is actually pro Savoy content. Turns out Nick the Honey Badger Cummins may be a Savoy boy. Yeah, Romy was being a bit of a handful. She was saltier than a Savoy on a pretzel in the Pacific. Wow. Evidence is damning.
That's a heavy Savoy reference. They are salty, and so is the Pacific.
Exactly. And so are pretzels. Yes. Confirmed. And also, it doesn't stop there. He did another one that also got cut. What? Yeah, they served up some grapes and wine, but I tell you what, I wouldn't have minded a couple of Mick Malloys, and by that I meant a couple of Savoys. You know how we always call them Mick Malloys?
Yes, we do. Rhyming slang.
Yes.
And so does Nick Cummins.
Yeah, Nick Cummins, Honey Badger, Savoy Boy confirmed.
Jeez, I really want to see Mick Malloy eat a couple of Mick Malloys. Yeah. And by that I mean Savoys. What a funny song. Luke and Lewis on the Fox. Yes. Now, Luke, we talked about The Bachelor just before.
Yes, my favourite TV show.
Yeah.
And obviously there was a few references to Jats crackers on the show, which we weren't too happy about because we are hardcore Savoy boys. We felt like Savoys were being misrepresented on the show.
And the Jats are made by Arnott's, but that wasn't the only biscuit reference by Arnott's that has been made on the show. So recently, Nick Cummins, The Bachelor, made a video of him on The Bachelor went viral on Facebook of him talking about Tim Tams. We have a clip of it.
You know how someone cracks a packet of Tim Tams, it's passed around the group and you sort of half slide it on, so not completely off, it's just half off and everyone just takes it as it goes around. And you're thinking, hang on, there's how many in a pack? How many people are there? Big moment, they're delicious. And it comes to you and you know that you can't see anything, you have to lift off the whole packaging and there's one right at the end here. That feeling right there, it's got nothing to do with what I saw when I went and saw Tennille on the side of the road, but she looked great.
He says it, I think it.
Yeah. Now, that was a shortened clip. He mentions Tim Tams about 5 more times and it says they're delicious heaps.
He does.
And the clip got 2 million views. It went really viral. Now, James, hit the conspiracy theory music. Because I have a theory, Luke.
Hang on, you can't just spring a Bachelor conspiracy on me.
Yes, I can, mate.
Oh, you've done it.
I have a strong suspicion and a lot of evidence to say that Arnott's have sponsored The Bachelor.
That was not a sound effect. That was me gasping for air. I cannot believe it. I actually did gasp. I didn't realize you had a sound effect.
Yes, I think they're
muffled
sponsored.
Out my gasp.
I do have evidence for this. So obviously what we just heard.
I was going to say, you've come in shots firing at this point because you know that we have quite a close relationship with Renee, the PR representative.
I mean, we're borderline sponsored by Arnott's too.
I was going to say, we still are working our way through 100 boxes of Savoys that were given to us from Arnott's. So who are we to talk?
But here's my evidence, Luke. After that clip was posted by The Bachelor, Arnott shared it with a hashtag that they keep using. Also, The Bachelor
What's
New
the
Zealand...
hashtag?
Can't remember. But I do know it's consistent. Bachelor New Zealand also used this hashtag.
Ooh, it's the conspiracy goes international.
And it's Arnott's hashtag. So why would The Bachelor New Zealand be using a hashtag invented by Arnott's?
It's trending.
Also, Arnott's is posting memes about The Bachelor. Why would they be doing that? They sell biscuits, not The Bachelor.
Great memes, though.
Popular TV show. Have my biggest point of evidence. Apollo, who was a former Bachelor himself, left the TV show and went straight into making ads for Tim Tams.
The Tim Tam Genie is back. I've hidden 3 packets of golden Tim Tams around Australia.
That's Apollo talking about Tim Tams.
The evidence is damning.
Yeah.
And I think you're onto something.
I am, but I've left the best evidence for last.
I doubt it.
I've gone through during the songs every episode of The Bachelor that has ever aired.
Okay, so this is where, if you're listening, if you just tuned in, all the evidence up to now has 100% been real.
And so is what is about to play. I've got a clip from episode 6 of The Bachelor.
Can't wait.
This is Nick Cummins, or whatever his name is, talking about Arnott's on the show. Yeah, look, mate, I was really enjoying the date with Brooke, but not as much as I was enjoying these delicious Arnott's Tim Tams, which, coincidentally, now that I bring it up, are available at Coles on special at the moment. $2 a pack, which is a great bargain for the whole family. What was I talking about? It doesn't matter. Buy some bickies. Very damning evidence there.
You're making such a good case.
I know.
And at the end, you really just solidified it. Well done, mate.
Mate, I've got more. I've got one more. One
Oh,
more
really?
clip. Oh, yeah. This goes deep. The conspiracy goes deep. This one's from episode 1. Here it is. Brittany, I know this is the rose ceremony, but because you were my favourite date this week, instead of a rose, I'd like to give you a value pack of Shapes mini packs, which is specifically designed by Arnott's to fit into kids' lunchboxes at school. But I don't have any kids. Hey, Brittany, maybe that's why Arnott's brought us together. He slipped up. He said Arnott's instead of The Bachelor. I think Arnott's invented The Bachelor to sell biscuits.
Brittany, what a lucky girl.
I mean, you heard it here first, guys. It's Luke and Lewis. I mean, buy some biscuits too.
Yeah.
We're also sponsored by them.
Case closed. Well done, Lewis. Good expose.
Yes. Luke and Lewis on the Fox. You may have caught the end tail of Luke complaining about what we're going to talk about next because he doesn't know, and every time he doesn't know, it's usually a trap.
We keep doing it. James, just turn the mics on at the end of the song. He keeps turning the mics on like 5 seconds before the song ends. So
Just in case you want to hear us breathing at the end of the song.
Back end of us giggling or laughing or me complaining.
And then we have to explain it. And it doesn't make sense.
I complain right up until the second the song finishes, and then I'm professional on air.
Luke, you're going away. We're not going to be here next week. You're going away?
Yes, going to Thailand to watch the footy.
Yeah, which where are you,
Not
where
a
are you
popular
staying?
choice.
Whereabouts in Thailand?
Near Phuket, Coconut Island.
Phuket. Really?
Yes.
Is that how you say that?
Did I say it wrong earlier in the show?
Yeah, you did actually.
Oh, that.
Ding
I'm
your
staying
time.
near Phuket, if that helps. Hang on.
Phuket.
Everyone's been calling it that.
Everyone around
Get my
you is
girlfriend
wrong.
on the line. I blame her. She was the one who told me we're staying near there.
Well, I have an official pronunciation for you.
Phuket.
Oh, it's Phuket.
Yeah, it's
Phuket.
Ah.
Yeah.
I was trying to
Phuket.
avoid smutty chat on the radio.
It sounds like you're going to a laser factory. Oh, we're going to Phuket.
That's like me saying how I pronounce the car company Peugeot. It's the same thing, Phuket.
Well, that's the end of the show, guys. Thank you very much for listening. Or is it not?
Phuket.
Great. You just wanted to play that again.
Okay. Well, now that's the end of the show. Thanks, James, for pressing that.
I'm sorry
Phuket one
for
more
my
time.
mispronunciation, everyone.
And we're sorry
Or
for
pronunciation.
all
Can't
of the
even spell
complaining that you caught at the back end of every
Yeah.
song today. But that was James's fault and ours, really. But we're going to be back in 2 weeks. If you want to catch up on anything you may have missed, we're all over social media. We've got a podcast. Just search Luke and Lewis on iTunes or Instagram or Facebook. And we will see you in 2 weeks. It's Luke and Lewis on the
Phuket.
Fox.
Phuket. Phuket. Phuket.